Welcome back. Today we're diving into the 2025 generative video revolution. And let's be clear, this isn't just experimental tech anymore. It's really moving from, novelty clips to being a core part of content creation.
Absolutely. The goal for us today is to cut through all the hype, look at the actual models, the software strategies, and these emerging agentic platforms. Because it's not just about making good video anymore.
It's about quality at scale.
Right.
And speed.
Exactly. Quality, scale, and speed. That's the new benchmark.
Okay, so first big takeaway for you listening.
Yeah.
Get ready for the polytool reality. Forget searching for that single best model.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. It's all about strategic trade-offs now. Are you optimizing for quality, speed,
No.
or maybe control? You need different tools.
So let's talk specialists. First up, Google's VO3. What's its angle?
Photorealism, pure and simple. They're pushing for that true 4K output, but the real kicker, the thing that sets it apart,
The audio.
the native synchronized audio, it generates dialogue, sound effects, ambiance with the video. That's huge. Imagine solving most of your audio post headaches right in the generation step.
Okay, so VO's the high-end commercial director. What about OpenAI's Sora 2?
Sora's the storyteller. Its strength is narrative coherence, world simulation. It really excels at keeping characters and environments consistent across multiple shots, especially using that storyboard mode.
So better for things like pre-visualization or developing cinematic concepts.
Definitely. It understands sequence and continuity better than most right now.
Then there's Kuaishou's Kling. Feels like it comes from a different world.
It does, really. It's built for the social media grind, so they trade off some of that top-tier realism
For what?
for utility. Much longer video duration, we're talking up to 3 minutes, which is massive.
Yep.
And really strong image-to-video animation. Speed and engagement are the priorities there.
Got it. So 3 specialized tools, VO, Sora, Kling. Now, where do we plug them in? This takes us to the editing software, right? The NLEs.
Exactly, and we're seeing a big shift here. Traditional editors are moving beyond just assistive AI, smart cuts, transcription towards full generative capabilities.
And Adobe Premiere Pro seems to be going for the open hub strategy.
That's their play. They want Premiere to be the central place where you can use VO, Sora, Kling, whatever comes next, right alongside Adobe's own Firefly video model.
Which they're positioning as the commercially safe option, I assume.
Right. Flexibility is their main selling point. Be the neutral platform.
But that contrasts pretty sharply with DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro.
Totally different philosophy. The walled garden approach. Blackmagic and Apple control the hardware and the software.
So they focus inward.
Yeah, they're building powerful assistive AI tools. Think Resolves and Telescript for editing based on transcripts, or Final Cut's smooth, slow-mo things that are deeply optimized for their specific hardware. But they generally don't integrate external generative models like Sora or VO.
So it's stability and performance versus that external flexibility from Adobe.
That's the trade-off you're making.
Okay, but the most radical shift seems to be these agentic platforms, like Mosaic AI. They're basically telling editors the timeline is obsolete.
It's a fundamental rethink. Mosaic AI ditches the familiar timeline for this node-based system they call the canvas.
Like visual programming almost.
Sort of.
Oh.
You, the user, build automated workflows using these things called agents. So you might have a curator agent that takes raw footage and automatically generates, say, 10 social media clips.
Wow.
Or a linguist agent that handles localization subtitles, dubbing prep across dozens of languages almost instantly.
Hold on. If these agents are automating, what did you say, 80 or 90% of the manual editing tasks, assembly, sound, graphics, what's left for the editor?
The role completely changes. You stop being the person hitting keys, the manual technician. You become the workflow architect.
Or the AI supervisor, maybe.
Exactly. Your focus shifts from the micro-level tasks to the macro-level creative direction and designing the system that executes your vision. Less JKL, more high-level strategy.
So wrapping this up for everyone listening, the big picture is you need a polytool approach, different models for different needs, and probably a multi-paradigm workflow, mixing traditional NLEs with maybe these new agentic systems.
That seems to be where it's heading. You need to become an orchestrator of these specialized tools.
Which leaves us with a final thought, maybe a provocative one.
Yeah, think about this. If AI can now automate so much of the technical assembly, the sound mixing, the graphics, how much of an editor's future value is tied to that technical skill versus pure creative direction and, importantly, prompt crafting? The future might not belong to the best technician anymore. It might belong to the best conductor. Something to think about.